off by introducing Claire and Roz and John and Graham. Now, these folks are from Victoria, and they come to North Queensland every winter.
Yeah.
And stay for how long?
We're staying 4 months this year.
4 months this year.
Yeah.
And previous years?
Before that, like 2 years ago, we were heading up to Cairns and Atherton. We came back here to Black River and stayed for 2 weeks and decided that the weather was so nice and the park was so good. We'd stay here for 3 months last year, but this year it's going to be 4 months. We can't be bothered shifting anywhere else.
Well, that's a big bonus for Townsville.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it's not like you spend all that 4 months in the caravan park.
Oh no, we go out and do touristy things. We go over to the island, or well, on Friday we're going to have a tour around the
Australian Institute of Marine Sciences.
Yeah, we're going there on. That's a 2-hour thing, and then I think you can buy a lunch afterwards.
Yep.
So that's something that most tourists wouldn't know about.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
And we go to like the Heritage Cafe up on Harvey Range.
Yeah.
And
Go to lots of cafes, and I mean, lots
Shopping
of fish and chip shops,
Yep.
and yeah.
And
Clubs,
every
there's lots
year
of
that
things.
we've come here without a word of a lie, we have spent big money in the shops.
Yeah.
You know, even this year, it's
Yeah.
already gone up to about $600, $800
oh, easy. Easy.
at least.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's money spent here rather than spending it at Atherton or Cairns or down at Mackay.
Yep.
And it's not just the normal day-to-day things which you're spending your normal grocery budget on, but it's anything that you want. That if something goes wrong with the van, or you need work done on the car, or
Exactly.
tyres, or because last year we had our new tyres fitted up here, for instance, which was close to $1,000.
Well, we'll be doing that this year.
Yeah,
We've got to get
we've got
four
to get
new
it
tyres.
before we go back.
Right.
We've got to get it new tyres.
Yeah, the fact you are here, you're spending money
Yeah,
here.
Exactly.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
If we weren't here, we'd be spending that somewhere else.
Yes. Yeah.
And the weather's so good too.
The weather's just perfect,
Perfect.
here, because we hear all the people who come down from north that it's raining up there, and I know it's not cold, but people, when you're in a caravan, you really don't want it raining.
No.
So
No.
it's
And-
nice here.
The happy hours here, I've spoke to many people because it's such a fun place to have these happy hours, that people have said it's the best happy hours they've ever been to in Australia. And I think that's a good compliment
that's
to
huge.
Bill and his park.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Joan, I think they've, you know,
Yeah.
everybody's so happy to enjoy it. And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
If you come and have a laugh when Graham rings a bell, I mean, people are looking forward to it.
They are. They are. And I mean, we're not the only ones who are repeat
No, that's right.
people staying here.
There's getting more and more of
There's
them.
lots
every
of
year.
people. I mean, we've got lots of friends that we meet up with in Townsville at Black River,
Yep.
because that's where you know everybody's heading for in the winter.
It sort of snowballs. You keep meeting new people, and if
And,
they
yeah.
stay
You
here,
tell them, and they
Yep.
tell their friends, and
Right, I've noticed this year that there's a heck of a lot more people that are staying for longer
yeah,
than what they used to. Like other times you'd see them for a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
but now they seem to be staying for a month or 2 months.
and there are some financial mechanics behind you staying here rather than
That's
Absolutely.
right.
going north.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
right. You're not paying up for petrol, and
expensive
it's
as
too
well.
expensive. A lot of the caravan parks up there,
And with you keeping the prices like you are, and naturally you've got to make a profit, and if things go up, they go up. You've got to be in it for a business. But we also, the amount of money we spend per year, it can snowball if you get a reasonable rate, which you're really extremely reasonable, I think. We come here, why spend $50 or $40 a night at a caravan park that there's no better condition than this?
And if you could make some suggestions to the tourism enterprise or the council, you know, could it be to improve the quality of stay in the city for people by perhaps providing courtesy pickups or different activities that are probably already going but wouldn't entice you to go, but perhaps you would in a group if there was
that's right,
there was a pickup.
yeah.
Maybe parking concessions on your based on your accommodation, you could get a parking concession maybe. But there's one thing that I think they should do, and that is promote things a lot more. There's one thing that we have found in Townsville is that you have to dig around to find out what to do.
Yeah.
Whereas it could be promoted a lot better.
Yes, because the tourist bureau where it used to be, out on the old highway when we come through many years ago, was a better spot than what it is now. In the middle of town, caravanners or motorhome people cannot go and park comfortably in the town area to get to that information centre.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do.
And if you want to hold people here, you've got to promote that. You've got to promote Townsville as a town that's vibrant and good to come to. It's got all the facilities, all the attractions, and if you want to do that, you've got to get the people where they can park their vans, not in the city, because in the city where it is now, it's okay, you're already here. But it doesn't encourage people to stay. And I think if it was me, I'd actually even look at going out in the area where it was before. Years ago, that was great. We pulled in with our caravans, found all the information. We said, yes, we will stop there because they got this, this and this. But at the moment, you can't get that.
Yeah. And you did go and look at some free campsites while you were here on a fishing excursion, but there's got to be a good reason behind you staying in a park and paying money rather than staying at a freebie, which are readily available on the north of Townsville.
Yeah.
Well, they're they're only for people that are travelling through, and you don't.
They won't spend money.
They won't spend money. They'll just stop there the night or 2 nights or whenever, and then they head off. They'll just use that facilities.
In fact,
you use them when you're on a journey, but
they shouldn't be used for
those campsites that are in the Townsville region. My observations, all they are doing is bringing down the neighbourhoods, and they're spoiling it for day trippers who want to go to the beach.
Well, the other month there, Graham and I thought we'd go fishing down Saunders Beach, and we got there, and there was people camped in the day parking parks. There was cars right out onto the road, and they were set up with their chairs, their annexes out. Now, that is not just parking that's not just parking for an hour. That is staying there for a number of days. And the rubbish that was laying on the ground around the rubbish bin, I think it'd encourage vermin. That really is not a good thing for the residents to live there, to be honest. And that's why I don't mind paying in a caravan park, but I'd like to be able to use those facilities if I want to go fishing and not have to look at them and say, well, look, they're all sitting there with their caravans and their annexes up. They're not moving.
Yeah.
So rather than a positive effect for the city, you're saying it's got a negative effect.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, it was. You couldn't even park to go fishing, could you?
Or even go for a walk on the beach, you can't do it.
No, because you can't park.
I was thinking about people with families that wanted to go there, and just for the day to take the kids to the beach and have a play with the ball and out on the beach. You wouldn't want to take your kids in those toilets.
No.
And because they're always disgusting. And
the rubbish.
And the rubbish lying around, you wouldn't feel safe just letting your kids have a run and just enjoy the day at the beach.
It's really having a detrimental effect on tourism for Townsville.
Yeah,
I believe it is.
And
honestly do.
the health and safety of locals.
Yes.
It needs to be policed better than it is. So that I think it's supposed to be a 48-hour stay, and it needs to be policed as a 48-hour stay, because there's people who stay there for weeks.
Right.
They set up and they stay for a long time, and they know when the ranger's coming and when he's not. Get out when he comes, and then they come back in again. Yeah, I know people who've done that.
Okay, well, I think you've said a lot of things there, which has been good information for the Townsville tourism people to act upon, and I'm hopeful that they can work out some sort of plan for the future to capture more of you people who come and stay for a long time in Townsville, because it really proves the point that Townsville is a great destination.
Oh, it is.
Absolutely.
But of course it's never known as being a destination, it's more a throughport
That's right.
in the minds of most travellers. So we really need to work on this model to
That
to
helps
help
the distance.
promote.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much for your discussion today, and thank you for staying in Townsville, and we hope we can make things improve to the future for you.
Well, no doubt we'll still be coming back next year for 4 months.
But it would be nice if the councillors can see the advantages, and I hope they can, that the tourism has big money.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, we've spent a hell of a lot of money, and honestly, when we get these new tyres, that'll be another $1,000. If you get 40 extra caravanners stopping, and they all spend, say, exactly between $600 to $1,000,
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, yeah.
All
and if
adds
they-
up.
rather than travelling through, so oh, no, we won't stop here, we'll
Yeah.
go to Cairns.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
You're
you.
free to
Thank
edit.
you.
You don't have
Thank
to
you,
worry
one and
what
all.
you cut or what you do. I don't care.